Are we live now? Okay, we are live.
We are.
Yeah, we're live.
We're live. Can you see us on your phone?
On what? Facebook or YouTube or
On
what?
the YouTube.
Sorry, you know my technology, bro.
No, we're not live yet.
Oh, we're not?
We are live now.
All right. You're playing games now.
All right, live, man. We are live.
We are live.
And still alive. Live as can we be. Okay, now, so before we begin, of course, we got to shout out the people that can make this happen for us, which is our sponsors. So, Glenn, you got the floor.
On this side, our main sponsor today is 7 Seas Roasting.
7 Seas Roasting Coffee Company.
And from Thailand, we have Chang Water. Thank you for keeping me hydrated during this podcast. And email me, gsparv88@hotmail.com for business inquiries.
What about you, George?
We're going to go Island Poke Bowl, our Shillong branch, and our Nai Harn branch. So if you're in Phuket, go eat some great poke bowls, as well as Indeed Tattoo Shop, located on Soi Thaiet for all your great tattooing needs. And what about you?
Why you got that Willy Wonka scarf on and shit? What the fuck is that, man?
This is my Isan scarf. Like, it's
Does it look like a fucking cotton cat? What is that? A lollipop and shit.
One of the Thai trainers gave it to me. I have one from Isan, like in the north, and I have one from the south.
Is that like a summer scarf?
No, it's a little nippy out today. It's a little cold.
It is actually a little bit cold today.
Like how many degrees?
20?
Yeah, 25, 22, 23 this morning maybe.
Yeah, there's some motherfuckers in Russia throwing up 50 middle fingers at you guys for saying that shit. Some bullshit.
I used to be one of those guys, but I'm Asianated now.
Asianated, that's a good one. All right, well, we got two sponsors for our show, for Kumite Radio. Our first sponsor is White Caffeine. whitewhitecaffeine.net. Go visit whitewhitecaffeine.net.
But do they sponsor John Jones too?
I don't know. Maybe. They might sponsor John Jones. This company is based out of Bogota, Colombia.
Yeah, that's the one.
Their slogan is, "We got coffee so strong, it makes your gums numb." whitewhitecaffeine.net. So go check that shit out. Coupon code Kumite Radio. whitewhitecaffeine.net. Bogota, Colombia. So if you down in Bogota, you're listening from Bogota or South America, go hit them up. You know, I'm pretty sure they got cafes all over the place over there. Their slogan: "We got coffee so strong, makes your gums numb." All right. And our second sponsor is CBDgasoline.org. CBDgasoline.org. Their slogan is, "It will puck you up."
It
will puck you up. This company is based out of North Korea. It's North Korea's #1 CBD distributor to China. So if you in North Korea, go fuck with them. They'll hook you up. Their slogan is, "It will puck you up." All right, those are our sponsors. Go check them out. You know, oh yeah, I forgot. North Korean, what is it? CBDgasoline.org, coupon code free slavery. Free slavery. Free slavery.
Is the slavery free, or do they want to free the slaves?
No, free the slaves, like free slavery. You know, like don't have that shit no more, right? Because this North Korean CBD company, they're you know, they're against all that. You know,
hey, corruption. What do you reckon, John? Do you think that we have any listeners in North Korea? The internet's not allowed, right?
From what I heard, is a very few people get the actual internet. So
maybe Kim Jong listening. Does he have a Facebook? Can you tag him in this?
No, I don't think he has a Facebook, man. I think he has like 50 Facebooks.
I was deep into China once, and I saw the North Korean slaves. That was pretty amazing.
Yeah, that's fucked up.
But not in a good way.
Yeah. Well, from what I heard is that in North Korea, the cannabis plant grows rampantly all over the place. So
Really?
that's why this company, CBDgasoline.org, they don't even grow it. They just go through this country and just snatch it up because it's all natural. It's everywhere. So, you know, they're making money, you know, hand over fist.
Oh, I'm sure.
The number one in the world. China is like eating that shit up. You know what I mean? So go check that shit out. CBDgasoline.org. Okay, anyways, moving along. The first thing I want to talk about, man, is not even about MMA. It's about those fake ass fans of the World Cup. These fake motherfuckers at fucking bars, at fucking chicken and beer places, and they're out there screaming for their country. Fake ass motherfucking fans, right? They're all nationalists all of a sudden. But if your country went to the fucking war, you'd be the first one on a fucking airplane or a boat fleeing the motherfucking lands. But they want to be out there in the World Cup screaming for their country like a little fucking bitch ass cheerleaders, you know, for, you know, the NFL or something. So you guys probably seen it, right? You guys are in Thailand. There must be some motherfucking like people at the bars, right?
Yeah, we have Frank Hickman. He doesn't really know who he's cheering for, but
he's going to watch the World Cup. I was like, oh, where are you going? He's like, oh, I'm going to watch the World Cup over at Sasha's. And I was like, oh, okay.
He's a fan of the World Cup, but I don't think he knows it's like soccer.
I don't know anything about it.
Man, especially like in Korea, man, like I get mad because like I went to the military in Korea. You know, like every Korean has to go to the military for 2 years. And I went there and I experienced military life with all these like young kids. And most of them don't know shit about fighting. They don't know about guns. They don't know about anything. And most of them, if you ask them, they will run away if there is a war. But these same motherfuckers will be out at the fucking bar screaming and yelling like they're fucking the most patriotic motherfucker during the World Cup.
Yeah, but this is the difference between, like, for example, Korea and Finland. In Finland, if we have a war, like 90% would go out in that war. Even I would fly back home to Finland for that war.
Really?
Yeah. It's like no doubt about it. But it doesn't mean like, because we don't make it to the World Cup, because soccer is not like our thing. And even though my brother he's the captain for the national team, so he's been the MVP in the national team for many years.
Yeah, his brother is famous.
But I still say it sucked because we're not at that level.
Can he not play for Sweden?
No.
Yeah, but didn't you live in Sweden?
I never lived in Sweden.
Oh, sorry. Can you speak?
Hey, do you know the Swedish House Mafia?
Yes.
Do I know?
Hey, they have a pretty dope ass song though. I ain't gonna lie.
Yeah. They got a lot of dope ass songs, but doesn't mean I know them just because I speak Swedish.
Yeah, so you do speak Swedish. So there's my point of, didn't you live in Sweden for a bit? No, I never lived in Sweden. Well, you do speak Swedish.
Yeah, because Finland have 2 international languages.
Okay, well now I know.
2 official languages.
What is the 2 languages? Swedish and what? Russian?
Finnish.
Oh, okay.
Is Finnish hard to speak? More harder than Norway? More hard than Norway?
Norway? What does Norway come in here?
Because I heard someone told me Norwegian is the hardest language.
No, Norwegian is easy.
I thought you were gonna say Norwish. Speaking Norwish. But Swedish, and then what kind of what language does Switzerland speak?
German and French. Swiss, German, and French, right?
Yeah. I think
it's like a mixture.
Yeah, I think they might speak some like Dutch or something.
It depends on which part of Switzerland you come from.
Oh, really? Oh,
you know what? We should get Yasube Inamoto on the podcast, and we should ask him.
Next time he's there, you need to put him on the show.
Oh, I'm definitely gonna have him. I just thought about that. Man, that's gonna be entertaining.
Yeah, we'd have to trigger him though. We'd have to trigger him. That's the only thing that. So you guys are not watching the World Cup?
No.
No, I never
Frank said that the draft's on tomorrow or soon, and I was like, oh, the NFL draft? He's like, no, the NBA draft. Right?
No. I used to watch soccer back in the days when, like, Brazil had Ronaldo and all those, but now it's just
Do you guys call it soccer or football?
football.
What do Koreans call it?
They call it football, basically, if you translate it.
We're the only assholes that call it soccer in the world.
Yeah.
Because America already got football.
No, it's not football. It's like egg hand. It's not a ball. It's an egg-shaped thing, and they throw it.
Yeah, but it's a pretty good game.
So
like, I'm not even into football that much, but like
egg hand.
I used to go watch the Falcons sometimes.
That's the only sports I watch, though. Like, I follow now. When I was young, I followed everything. Because in the States, it's like if you don't follow sports and you're a dude, you're like nobody and shit. Like,
I heard on the bus the other day going at ACB, I heard like Phil Davis and Phil Davis and what was old mate that was supposed to be the main event that didn't fight?
Kamose?
Yeah. They were talking about like sports. Like Phil was like, "Hey man, you get Sports Center or have you seen Sports Center or anything?" And like they were like talking about it, and then they're like laughing like because they've been watching like rugby and stuff the whole time they were there.
yeah, man. Like in the States, like Sports Center is the shit. I don't know if it's the shit anymore, but when I was growing up, you watch Sports Center like at least 2 or 3 times a day. Like when you wake up in the morning and then like at night, at least.
It was
Right?
like everyone in the car dealership, and everyone would be like getting around and like watch the like play of the day or whatever. Like,
Yeah, yeah. It's like religion, but now you're all grown up. You know, you got shit you gotta do. So I only follow like fighting and football, not soccer.
basketball.
I don't really follow basketball that much either. But I'll watch football though. I love football. I think I like football better because it's more violent and the season is much shorter.
Yeah. Who's your
Not as
team?
many games.
Yeah, but like Aussie football is a lot better watching than American football.
Oh, is it? You enjoy much more?
Yeah, because Aussie football is like it's so more technical, so more tactical, so more technical than what American football is.
Do you think?
Yeah, definitely 100%.
I would say like it was like really tough because they don't wear pads and stuff like that, and they're definitely like really good athletes. But obviously, I don't know that much about either one. But I feel like American football is pretty damn tactical.
Hey, speaking of Australian football, dude, like I've been hearing some shit about Australian FC. You're the champion of that promotion.
What have you been hearing?
I've been hearing like some bad shit though, man. Like they're not gonna have no more. Like they're in some bad times right now.
Yeah,
Like rumblings, dude. Like I don't want to get too much into detail about the rumblings, but I just heard some rumblings. Like they're having some bad times right now. That's what I just heard. You know.
I gotta figure that out. Then.
Yeah.
It's weird. They used to be like the biggest, like in Australia,
That's what I'm saying.
and now they haven't put on a lot of shows lately. And yeah, I haven't heard like anything because I said like I want to like defend my belt now, like right away. But they're like, yeah, was he on the next choice? So yeah, I don't know.
Glenn, somebody has a question for you. The question is, what is the best place for a foreign amateur MMA fighter to train in Thailand or in Phuket?
Well, not the place on our Y side, but we have like on Soi Taet, Tiger Muay Thai. George is the head coach there. He's pretty decent. He's pretty good, I would say. They have amateur classes, they have pro classes, they have, yeah.
Everybody is welcome.
Oh, I think this is the best time to talk about this. You remember, like I told you guys last time after the podcast, like I was thinking about doing a documentary.
Yeah.
Remember this? And Glenn laughed at me like I was a fucking like a dumbest motherfucker in the world.
Why would you laugh at him, Glenn?
I love the way you should have seen his face when I said it, and he just gave this like laugh, like he's like, "Are you fucking serious? Like, come here, come to me." so I could just beat on you. I just saw that. I think you visualized that in your mind or something. But or
usually
just ridiculous, right?
You get so many people here. They come and they say, "Oh, I'm going to train for 2 months and I'm going to fight pro," and I'm just like, "No,
no, you're not.
You're like, you suck. You're not going to fight pro."
Somebody told me today they wanted to be a pro fighter, which I'm all for. I was just like, oh, like baby steps, baby. Let's relax a bit. Get yourself some Muay Thai, some boxing, some jit, some wrestling. See if you like it first. Yo, so what's going on with that? Are you gonna keep going, John? Are we doing it or what?
Well, I've been looking at options. Like I've been looking at over there, of course, in Phuket, and seeing if
I think gym is not an option.
I could go to Phuket. But the thing is about that is, I'm still working on getting sponsors and investment, because I can't just go over there and be like, okay, I'm gonna just land and I'm gonna figure it out. You know what I mean? Like, I gotta get investors to hop on, because I'm gonna be filming a documentary, man. It's not gonna be like I'm just there to train and fight somebody, which can be, it wouldn't cost so much. But if you're filming shit and you gotta edit shit, and you gotta, after you film all that shit, after that, you have to send it to like professional editors to edit it perfectly the way you want it to be done, and that costs money, and flights cost money, and all this other shit. Just, there's money being spent. So you got to get sponsors, you got to get all kinds of shit figured out. But then I also got somebody in Australia that might be down, another gym, to like have me go there and train and fight. So there's another option there. So I have to figure out, like, okay, there's 2 options now. Like, where do I go? Where can I get the sponsorship? Where can I get the investment? Where would it cost the cheapest? And where can I fight? Like, who would give me a fight?
Full Metal Dojo.
FMD. I think
but that also has to line up with the time frame, right?
Yeah, FMD is coming back now. They're coming back September 1st.
Yeah, but I won't be able to start training until September.
No, but this is like the comeback of FMD. This is the comeback.
It's the comeback. Like, what do you mean? Like, they're going to start having a lot more shows?
Yeah. I'm just calling it now. I have no idea, but I'm just calling it now. It's like where they come back and make MMA in Thailand great again.
That's the motto. But aren't you going to fight? Are you fighting on FMD in September?
No, I just heard they might have like some real high level main event there, but I can't say much more.
Oh, you heard some shit.
I heard some shit. Yeah.
But you're not involved.
I didn't say that.
Oh, okay.
But I didn't say I wasn't involved.
Okay. We won't talk about it too much if it's not, it's not out in the interwebs yet.
You can follow Kumite Radio. You might get the updates there. The latest updates. What's going on? So yeah, do that.
Yeah, well, what's going on with you lately, Glenn? What do you have? Do you have anything coming up? Or?
Yeah, I should actually be taking out some Korean pretty soon.
Ah.
Oh.
Hibasake.
In what is it? In a Asian nation?
In an Asian nation.
In the northern part of Asia?
I don't know north or south.
I was thinking the same thing. I was like, is it the north?
Or is it the central part of Asia?
Which is the central part?
Central part is probably like, I don't know, Hong Kong? Around there?
I'm not going to Hong Kong.
Definitely a good place, though.
I think I know. If you don't want to say it, then we don't have to say it. But I think I know what you're talking about.
That's what I mean.
In next month.
Oh yeah.
It's gonna happen next month, and I know what you're talking about.
Yeah, I'm not really sure I'm allowed to say yet that I'm fighting in Taiwan, so we're not gonna say
it. Yeah. All right. Well, well, at least you have something in the in the wheelbarrow, and we'll see what happens with that. Maybe I might be going out there.
Oh yeah.
Oh really?
Maybe.
I got myself a corner man.
If I do, maybe, right? That'd be fucking crazy too if I was your quarterback.
Not joking.
right? Because I could write about that. You know what I mean? I could write about the experience of being impromptu cornerman for Glenn Sparv.
Yeah, if you're there, you get to corner me 100%.
Yeah, and I'll come out there and I'll say shit to you and I'll record it all on on camera and I'll just tell you shit and you won't listen to me, but it'll be all good. It'll be fun. But yeah. Maybe I might try to get out there, but if I can't, maybe you could get me out there. Then I'll be your corner man. And then I could take you around and pretend to know how to speak the language.
Yeah, but I know how to speak. I speak Mandarin.
Oh, you do?
No.
Oh.
No, just kidding.
Isn't that fucking Vietnamese?
No, that would be ciao.
All right. Now, since this weekend, there's some Asian MMA action going on. If you guys didn't know, did you know?
Yeah, it is an event in Singapore.
Yeah, there's something going down in Singapore, right? So let's talk about that Singapore. Now, you got some guys on there, right? Fighting, but we're not gonna talk about them yet. We want to talk about Donald Cerrone versus Leon Edwards. Now, none of you guys have any kind of really ties to any of these guys, so we can talk about this, fairly.
I never even heard about Edwards before this fight.
Edwards, right?
Yeah, until right now when Glenn just pulled his Tapology up.
But last fight he beat Peter Sabota, who is he's been on the tear lately too. But he's still not Cowboy, But before that, he haven't
Is this his first fight in the UFC?
No, he's
oh man, he's been fighting for a while.
Yeah.
I feel really stupid for saying
it's
that.
like his 10th fight. But
I'm sorry, everyone listening, please recheck that I just said that because I feel like a dumbass.
yeah, he's on a 5-fight win streak after losing to Kamaru Usman. But
did he just get wrestled the whole time when he fought him?
Yeah, probably. Because he's from UK too, so he probably can't wrestle. But he haven't beaten anyone. If you look at Cerrone's list, it's just different. Yeah, Cerrone is getting old, but he's still fucking the old dog still bites.
Is that a Finnish saying?
No, that's an American saying.
But the thing is, Cerrone is coming off a win, though.
Yeah.
It's not like he's coming off a loss and he beat somebody that will stand and bang with him. Now, the question is Leon Edwards, that's his name, right?
Yeah.
Is he going to stand and bang with Cowboy?
No, he's not going to take him down. That's for sure.
Again, as Glenn's pointed out, he's from the UK, so.
Oh, I didn't talk shit about UK wrestling or anything like that. I'm sure Andre Wood is a good person.
Who is the greatest wrestler to come out the UK, you believe? MMA fighter.
I don't know. Brad Pickett became a pretty good wrestler in the end. Because he was just a slugger in it.
I thought you were about to just say as in wrestler. I was can't name one.
He
trained a lot at ATT, I think, for a while.
Yeah,
developed his wrestling, right?
Yeah. I don't know.
What about Bisping? Isn't his wrestling pretty fucking good?
I would say that Bisping's yeah.
No, he got manhandled by a 170.
By who?
GSP just
But he's one of the greatest guys takedowns for MMA.
GSP is the greatest fighter of all time, man. What are you talking about?
He was the greatest fighter 4 years ago. Came back and he just
took Bisping down.
Yeah.
But he's still good. The guy was still training the whole time. Yeah, I would say Bisping is definitely one of the best English guys, in my opinion, for MMA wrestling. For sure.
But there's a lot of guys from Europe that come to your guys' camp, that go down there to Phuket to train. And what is your assessment of their wrestling? You know what I mean? From the UK.
No, but you can't say Europe and UK and the wrestling would be same. You have Germany, you have a lot of good wrestlers. They have the Bundesliga, they have the or like the wrestling league and everything there, and you have like Sweden, Finland, and like Norway has like some bit of Greco, and you have
I think I told some student that the other day. Yeah, Norway's got good Greco.
Yeah.
No, I think like in my opinion, as a whole, I think the level of wrestling and MMA is definitely getting better. It's not like it was 5 or 6 years ago, or obviously longer than that. And I think as a whole, it's getting better. Still, obviously, there's people that are, strikers that don't like to wrestle or, don't improve at it. But I would say now that the younger generation of fighters, it's people are seeking out. They're traveling to other places. They're finding, what they can here and there. And yeah, I think it's getting better.
Yeah, but it's just these countries where wrestling has never been a big sport. It's never been like part of their like
culture
or anything like that. You have the same thing with Australia. Like saying you're the best wrestler in Australia, that's not really saying much for me.
Fair one, yeah.
I was talking to some guy. He works for one of the promotions, one of the bigger promotions, outside of the UFC and Bellator. And we were talking about the fighters that come out of like Dagestan and, like Russia, certain places in Russia, and how these guys, they're born at altitude and then they grow up their whole lives and they train their whole lives in altitude to the point where they never get tired. Their cardio is at another level. Like their bodies are different. Like their blood is different. He said he compared it to blood doping. Like he said that it's like natural blood doping. Like they grew up in this shit. Like it's like changing their DNA to where they get to a certain level. And I know you guys train with a lot of guys from Dagestan and like Chechnya and parts of Russia. Do you believe like a lot of these Russian guys, not like technique wise, but like strength and like cardio and stuff like that, are they at another level?
No,
they're not.
No, I like you lost me at like I was like, what?
I never met like anyone that would be like, yeah, they might look a little bit stronger, but like, no, not like impressed by it.
Because you know what I'm talking about, right? Like if you're at altitude.
Are we talking about wrestling, or are we just talking about endurance and strength?
We're talking about training, yeah, wrestling and
these guys are from like the hardest parts of the world, in my opinion. Like those people, like they're not. It's not like a normal society, and they are like driven from the time they are probably walking to do some type of combat sport, whether it's wrestling or boxing or sambo or whatever it is. Like combat sports is a part of their culture. So as far as like that thing, like that's why they're so good at, I think, fighting. But if you break down like the science of like lifting weights and weight cutting and things like that, they're clueless. Like, and it's not their it's just their culture. I don't think that, from what I've seen, in my opinion, like a lot of the kids, like we help them. I'm close with some of them. They don't know about like water loading, or they don't know like it's. I think there's a very huge lack of education in that part of the world, but they're starting to branch out and to go to other places and learn and whatnot. But yeah, I just think that they just know how to go hard, and that's the thing. Like in the past, I've had to be like, hey, stop running after you worked out 3 times a day. Like there's a way to do things as a professional, and I think that they're still learning in that part of the world. I think there's a very big lack of education about like nutrition and fitness and that kind of stuff. They're just used to, as far as like training, I think they're hard people. They just train very hard. That's my opinion.
And then you have like, I'm not accusing any countries or anything. You have like, when you saw the stocks coming in, you see like a lot of them countries start dropping out. It's just, you watch the documentary, Icarus, or Icarus. Yeah. There you see like the whole like doping culture in those countries it's just like it's part of the sport. Even when you talk to some of the guys, they're like it's just like natural for them like to use doping, to use performance and changing drugs. It's just how it is. So yeah.
And the same guy has another question for you. He said that, how often do you train, and do you have a good competition in training?
Train twice a day, 6 days a week. Yeah, I have good competition here. Like, you get people from all around the world. And like, if you take a pro class, you're always gonna have professional fighters there.
Mm-hmm.
It's just how it is. You're always gonna have people that better striker than you, maybe a better grappler, but maybe possibly a better wrestler. But in my case, maybe not. But it's still like.
And no one's gonna out cardio him.
Yeah.
I've seen him stand over people and say, "Get up! The round's not finished. What are you doing? Get up!" And then tell them not to come back to training.
Oh, you just gotta let them know if they can't finish a round, they don't need to come back there, and they don't come back when I tell them. That's the good thing.
I like to call Glenn the enforcer. Does that answer your question, John?
Yeah, yeah.
Whoever
Well,
said
it's not my question. It's the guy's question that on the board. Another question for this question is for George. What did you think about ACB 88, and how is Trent doing right now?
Trent's good. He's in good spirits. He's coming back soon. He's good. He's Trent's young. He's good. He has a huge ton of potential. But he's well. But I thought ACB 88 was my first time in the land down under, and it was Brisbane was cool. It was good weather. Nice city. I enjoyed it. Caught up with a lot of old Australian friends and whatnot, and it was a good event. There was it wasn't like when I was in ACB in Slovakia, it was like a huge arena. And this one was like not as big, but it was like good because it was like, it made it seem like a lot fuller. Like there were quite a few people. I think they sold like a couple thousand or more tickets. So it was a good turnout. Why are you laughing?
I don't know, because you said Slovakia.
Yeah.
Slovakia sounds like sounds like a country you can't even get into. If you go there, you never come back. Like Slovakia, that's where they send you to never come back.
Yeah, it does sound like that, but Slovakia wasn't bad.
Oh, I'm pretty sure, man. I'm pretty sure like a lot of those countries they just sound like they're bad, but they're actually pretty safe to visit.
Terrible. I would agree with you on that, but like, that was a cool trip because like I hit 2 countries in like 3 days. I flew into Vienna, Austria, and then they picked me up and drove me to Slovakia, which was literally like 45 minutes. And then the last day I had to fly out of there. So one of the kids that trains here at Tiger, Mago, he came and picked me up and then took me all around the city in Austria, like we're in Vienna, before he took me to the airport. So it was awesome. So yeah.
Yo, do Vienna sausages come from Vienna? The small ones in the cans?
No, they come from Asia.
Really?
I don't know, bro.
No, I don't know. I really don't know.
I'm asking because do they have those in Finland too?
Yeah, but we probably don't call them Vienna sausage.
Oh, really? I think that's just in America, huh?
Yeah,
I think that's an American thing.
Americans just like name stuff just to name it. I don't know.
Those sausages are nasty too, man. I hate them motherfuckers.
I used to eat them when I was hunting as a kid.
Because you could just eat them out the can.
Yeah, you'd eat them out of the can. My grandma used to pack them in my little knapsack when I'd go hunting.
They're terrible, dude. Like, I hate them motherfuckers. Oh, another question for Sparv. Have you been tweeting Sean Shelby every day?
Yeah, I've been harassing him a little bit, but that was just like I just got tired because it's like one of these girls you just want to just hitting on all the time and you don't get anything out of it. So eventually you're just like, nah, fuck it.
He probably gets think about how many of those he probably gets a day though.
Yeah. No, but
let's go back to UFC Singapore. So what do you think? How do you think's gonna? I'm gonna tell you what I think's gonna happen in the Cowboy fight, and you could talk shit on me or agree with me. I think Cowboy's gonna go in there. I think he's gonna take him down, and I think he's gonna submit him. I think that's what's gonna happen in this fight. I don't think Cowboy's he's gonna stand, but I think Cowboy's gonna see the opening to take him down and choke him out. and try to get it done quick. I see this happening, but I don't count out Leon Edwards though, because he's kind of a guy that nobody's ever talking about, and he could pull it off. Who knows, man? You don't know what Cowboy's gonna come, but Cowboy seems like he's angry.
Yeah, he looked angry at like the press conference and shit like that. Stared out, and it's always like that with Cowboy. Like if a good Cowboy shows up, he'll win the title. But if like not a good Cowboy shows up, he could lose to this guy. But
yeah, and that's kind of scary because last time he was emotional, he got fucked up.
I think I don't know anything about the other guy, but I think Cowboy's gonna win because he's another bro. He's a gamer. Like when it comes time to show up, that dude shows up.
Yeah.
All right, so. Man, but Cowboy's been fighting the top guys for the last how many years?
Ages.
And Leon Edwards is just getting to the, to the top. So I don't know. Maybe he might pull off a Darren Till. Who knows?
Yeah.
Yeah, but Darren Till is he's just a big middle like welterweight for Cowboy too. Who was coming up to, fighting at 155 and coming up to that. So Edwards is not like a big guy like Till.
All right. The co-main event is interesting because George has ties to both these guys, which is Tyson Pedro and OSP. Don't you, George? You got ties to both these motherfuckers, huh?
Hey, are you trying to put Mr. Diplomat in a predicament?
You got ties.
Yeah, I got ties.
Diplomatic ties with these dudes.
I do have ties to both of them.
Shout out your Muay Thai coach.
Yeah, Manu Into, the master. Yeah, I used to train with OSP back in the day in Atlanta, like, well, it's now 4.5, 5 years ago. Yeah, he was like one of our training partners. He would come from Tennessee. He would train with like myself and Brian Stan. Like we had a crew, in Atlanta, like Jucal, the Limos, like it was a whole crew of us. And then Manu would Manu trains him still. So yeah, he was like a training partner and a friend. And I like OSP, always root for him. And then Tyson, who's most recently, I've met. I'm not like super close with him. But yeah, I have ties to both of them.
Now, OSP, man, he's not young. He's 35 years old.
Yeah.
And he's coming off a submission loss to Latifi. And Latifi, he's a beast.
Yeah, that guy is a beast.
Yeah, he's just like, if you take like wrestling-wise, he's just on a different level.
Have you trained with him?
No, I never trained with him. But I have a lot of friends who train with him. And yeah, he's just.
Latifi beat both these guys.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Right? But Latifi, I think, beat OSP more convincingly in their fight. But, that's MMA math. You don't know what's going to happen in this fight. But since I don't have ties with any of these guys, in my opinion, I think Tyson Pedro takes this fight.
Yeah, I think so too. And like with OSP, it's just like which OSP shows up. Like sometimes he's just like, just sucks. And sometimes he's really good. And
he's a very athletic guy. Like
yeah. And I feel like Tyson is also like, he's the younger guy. He's like the hungrier guy. So I think that could be like a big factor too. Like,
and OSP's flying all the way over.
Yeah, the time change and stuff.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's people don't fucking, think about that too much, but that's a huge difference, man.
Yeah, definitely. And it's not like OSP been on like a good streak lately either. He haven't like beaten anyone really good. He beat Okami. He beat like an old welterweight. So you can't really like count that in. Yeah, and then he beat like Corey Anderson, which pretty okay, but other than that, he hasn't beat anyone good since, I don't know, maybe 2015.
Yeah, OSP, you're right, man. Does the OSP that beat Shogun show up? Or does the OSP that, lost to fucking Jimmy Manuwa show up?
Yeah, but
how did he lose to Jimmy Manuwa? I forgot.
He got fucked up, man. Like bad.
And beating Shogun, yeah, if you beat Shogun like 10 years ago, it's a pretty good thing. But now he's like 40 years old and fat. It's not like.
Are you laughing at me or him?
No, let's just like taking big dumps.
No, but it's like Henderson beat Showa.
Mate, sign this guy.
Yeah, for real.
Like, prey on everybody.
Yeah.
OS. He's
always in it, bro. He's athletic as shit. Like the guy's powerful. Like he's a very, very good athlete. Like the guy played football at Tennessee.
Definitely. Why is it echoing?
I don't know.
It's not it. Is it echoing?
Maybe it's mine.
No, mine is.
Oh.
I wonder why it's echoing.
Might be Kim Jong-il, just like.
Mate, you're tapped now. North Korea is coming after you, bro.
They got a tap line.
Why is my shit? Doesn't make any sense.
I'm so happy it's yours and not mine.
Oh, really?
Really? I'd be fumbling. I'd be like, what do I do? What do I do? Just terrible with technology.
Yeah, it's fucked up. I wonder why that shit.
Is it done now?
Nah, man.
Like, are you good?
All of a sudden,
just
fucking start.
Shit.
You sound normal to me.
All right.
Anyways.
Now let's move on to the next card,
next fight,
which is
the
ladies are up. Jessica Rose Clark.
I don't even know who she's fighting, but I'm going with Jessie Jess.
Yeah, I think Jessie Jess, because she's been getting better every fight.
And she's Ruby, so I gotta go with her. And she's cool people, so.
She's fighting Jessica I.
Yeah.
Oh, the girl from Ohio, right?
Yeah, from camp.
Yeah. I'm gonna go with definitely Jeff. Well, I'm gonna go with her anyway.
Yeah, and she like won one fight since 2015. So it's not like.
So what do you think about her?
No, I think Jessie Jess should. Yeah, and she lost to Bet Correa, so she definitely needs to beat her. Bet Correa. No, yeah, because she hasn't really been on a good streak last 3-4 years, but you never know.
But I'm taking Jessica I on
this one.
I think Jessica I is gonna come out and upset.
Right. Is it because you hate Australia?
I don't know.
Is it because you hate Australia so you can't take their side?
No, I don't hate Australia. Man, I'm cover Australia.
Technically falls.
Just infiltrating.
I wonder what.
I definitely going with Jessie Jess.
Yeah.
Why would you do that?
I don't even remember much about Jessica I, but Jessie Jess, how many has she won in a row now? She's been on like a little bit of a tear, hasn't she?
Yeah,
a little bit.
Like 2 or 3 fights in a row now. She's got a lot of momentum.
Yeah, she won last 3 and.
Yeah, Olav hasn't won since 2015.
No, she won her last fight.
Yeah.
Cheers for that.
She won 1 fight since 2015.
All right, I'm still going with Jessie Jess.
Yeah.
In Australia.
Hey, you gotta fix your mic.
Is it not okay?
Doesn't seem like it.
Really?
Wait, are you sure?
Yeah, it's good now.
Check 1, 2.
Oh, now our shit is good.
Okay.
I think something's wrong with you because nothing's changed over here, brother.
Hey, don't blame me.
Yeah, Everything's good.
Why you trying to gang up on me with the racism right now? You guys are both white, and you trying to gang up on the yellow person.
Oh, we gotta play the race card as soon as
Like I said, that's all I got.
As soon as it get tough, just play the race card.
Always, you have to. That's why it's there.
Hey, when are you gonna have your friend back home from North Korea?
Oh, I don't know, man. Like that dude's busy doing like, he's doing like M&As and ICOs and Bitcoin and cryptocurrency and shit. He's too busy doing all that shit.
What's his name?
The Chank.
What a legend.
The Chank. All right, no, on that card. Oh, let's talk about.
Let's just get to the the meat and potatoes of it.
Let's go to talk about Peter Hyon.
Yeah, that's what I mean.
What's going on with that? Tell us some
what's going on.
Insider information.
Inside information is that it's Peter Hyon. He's bro. I can't even explain like what the things that kid is capable of doing. And I hope he goes out there and I think he's going to win regardless. Obviously I'm biased towards him, but like he's, the things that guy can do are just like, bro, he's like the Siberian Lomachenko. Like he can do it all. He's got like Muay Thai, like you've seen it in his fights in ACB, like the things and he always comes back better than the fight before. But I just hope he fights with like the flash that I know he can, like just some arrogance and a chip on his shoulder. And man, he's like, people are gonna be like, yo, this dude is something else.
But like his opponent lost to the GOAT.
Who?
To Artem Lobo, the GOAT.
The GOAT.
So
I bet you do like Artem, don't you?
I think he's pretty funny, yeah. So I don't know. Does that say anything?
No, it doesn't really say much to me.
No, it says that he's not very good.
It doesn't say shit.
No.
Yeah, I think that. What do you think, John?
I think that
this professional opinion.
I think that the guys that win on the fight are actually harder fights for people.
Say that again.
I think the guys that on the fight are actually harder fights for Peter than this Yara.
Yeah, definitely. It's definitely like better fighters in UFC. But in the end of the night, like Peter making his UFC debut.
Yeah.
And it's not like a big card or anything. Like he's gonna get like a good opponent for his debut. Like with good, I mean good for him, not good for the opponent. Yeah.
He might get a bonus. This is a good chance for him to get a bonus.
That is extremely possible.
Yeah.
You know, if he goes, and
bro, he's Siberian gangster 24 hours a day, he told me. He was like, Brat, I don't drink, I don't smoke, I'm gangster, Siberian gangster 24 hours a day, I'm ready at all times. Oh, bro,
he looks so young. Like,
he practically is, bro. Like when I first came here, he was an amateur.
He looks like a teen.
He does.
Yeah, he looks young.
But like,
how old is he?
A very genetically gifted teenager.
Oh, he's 20. He's 25, so yeah, he's young.
Hey, he's 25. He's young, but he's like he really is, man. The kid like trains his ass off. He's training all the time. Like, I'm sure he goes out and does his thing, but I really don't think he drinks or like does anything. Like he's and he's got a little no mercy. He's got a son too. He's like cute as can be, but yeah, like he's this is like what he does, you know. Like he doesn't have a lot of other stuff that he does, and fighting is what he's good at, and I expect to see like a pretty damn good show. I'm so excited for him.
How come you guys
do what?
How come you're not out?
For me? Like cornering him?
Yeah.
Because he doesn't speak great English. Like, what am I going to like tell him that somebody else has to translate that's going to help him do well?
I thought you spoke like every language.
I do.
He
I
got
speak a couple words in every language.
3 words in every language.
But me shouting hello in Russian and saying I want a beer is not not going to help him for the fight, is it?
But it'll be funny
though.
Yeah, like his English is getting a little bit better. But yeah.
You know whose English is getting better?
Who?
Mine?
Raphael.
Yeah, it's getting really good, isn't it? I was telling him, he said the other day, like on Instagram, his English wasn't good. And I just messaged him and I was like, that excuse is long gone now, bro. Like, you can't say that anymore. Like, over a year ago or however long it was when he came to Tiger, like, his English wasn't great. It was a little bit, but, like, his English is good now. Like, and Rafa has banter too, bro. He's funny as shit, man. Like, he always, like, sends me messages, like, on Instagram and stuff. And Frank, like, he's so funny. And he's something else. He is incredible.
But you know whose English is getting worse?
Yours.
Frank's and George's. When you listen to this, when you hear them like during training and when they speak to a Russian guy, they switch to like Russian English. They put like a little bit Russian accent on it. I think like that's
fair one. It's probably accurate.
And that's gonna like make it easier. If they speak to a Thai person, they put a little bit like.
Well, I just speak Thai if I speak to Thai people.
No, you put a little Thai accent on your English. I think it's like gonna help. No, it's ridiculous.
What about when we speak to you?
You don't speak to me unless you're spoken to.
Such an idiot.
That's that
attitude.
Yeah, no, that's how it is. But it's not much. It's a pretty cheap card they put together in Singapore.
Yeah, man, I might not even watch it.
Stop.
I think they're like,
actually, it'll be like what time there when it starts?
No, I might not watch it like live.
Why?
Because I have like a bunch of interviews I have to do on Sunday at that time.
Yeah, but you don't think those people are watching the UFC?
Everybody's watching. I don't know. They're the ones who agree to the time.
I'm gonna laugh if everyone's like, "Hey, John, I forgot the UFC's on, bro. We're gonna have to reschedule that event."
Well, three of the guys are Muay Thai fighters.
Ah.
So if any Muay Thai fighters are listening and you got some skills and you want to be interviewed in English, get at me. Because I'm gonna start interviewing Muay Thai guys.
You should, bro. Are they all like? Do they all speak English? Any of them Thai?
No. But they're all Italian.
Yeah.
So you'll see when they come out the interviews. But yeah, I'm gonna start interviewing Muay Thai guys. See what I can do with that. Add a little bit more flavor to it.
A little flavor.
You know, put some spice on it. Other than that, man, that card. Let me see. Is there anything else interesting in that card?
No, but Glenn's got his phone out, so who the fuck knows?
No, not really. You have some Aussie. Shane Young fighting that Filipino guy.
Shout outs to Engage. Shout outs to Ash.
So he should be able to tool that guy pretty easy.
And City Kickboxing.
In my opinion, then we'll have that. Jake Matthews is a pretty good one. We always have like pretty exciting fights, I think.
Man, the Chinese cyborg is fighting.
Yeah, she's fighting too.
Who's that?
Yang.
She was in Kunlun before, right? Or where was she?
Oh shit.
No, Road. Yeah, she was fighting in Road.
She has the same name as Peter Yan.
What?
They share the same last name.
Yan?
Yeah.
She's pretty beastly.
She got pretty good power.
Hey, did she fight on the what was the last China show? Shanghai?
No.
Oh, okay.
She's already fought in the UFC.
Yeah, that's what I mean.
Oh, okay.
Was her last fight?
Yeah.
Yeah, that's what I meant. Her last fight was on the last Chinese show.
Yeah.
Yeah, I think I remember seeing her now.
She was supposed to fight Nadia Kingston, but Nadia got hurt.
Yeah.
Other than that, man, like there's Ying Liang Li. He's fighting Abe.
Yeah, I don't know that guy.
Yeah, but it's not like anyone give a fuck about that. To be honest.
That's about it. Also, this weekend, one championship.
What's that?
One championship, Pinnacle of Power is on in Macau.
Who's fighting on that?
Bunch of bums.
Gehe, Estacio.
Oh yeah. He's pretty good.
Adriano Morales.
And then they probably have the best fighters from the Egyptian top team. And
then the Chinese girl fighting for the title.
Yeah. She's she's got good boxing because I cornered against her.
Yeah.
What's that Chinese girl that fought for Kunlun before?
Oh, she signed to the UFC.
Was it? Did she?
Yeah.
Okay. Yeah, they usually pick up the best talent and then what's left.
Zhang. I think her name is Zhang.
Yeah.
But yeah, she's probably the best Chinese fighter.
Yeah, that doesn't really say much.
This guy's such a hater.
No, like China got some good female fighters actually, like in kickboxing and MMA coming up, I think.
They probably have better females than males.
Yeah, I think so. I think a lot of hidden talent in like the female pool is kind of come from China. I could think that, yeah.
Definitely. I think so.
The girl, what's her name again? I'm sorry. The girl that is the ONE FC champion that I cornered against.
You need to look that up.
Anyways, I remember she trained at Tiger. She's like a really sweet girl. She trained at Tiger probably when I first came. She was there for maybe like 2 weeks. But I remember then I was like, man, that girl's like really good. Like she's like putting on some of the guys or like hitting them very hard. But that was ages ago. So obviously she's improved a lot and she's won the belt. But she I remember thinking like, oh man, like she can go a long way. So I think a lot of the girls in China are definitely like moving along and progressing pretty quickly.
Well, she's down in Bali MMA now.
Oh, is she?
Yeah.
Oh wow, interesting. I didn't know that.
I guess she did a whole camp there.
Wow, I had no idea.
You know what's fucked up about that card right there is they announced that card originally for I think Beijing, and then they postponed it to Shanghai, and then now they finally went to Macau.
They always do that shit.
And then these guys were all in camp the whole time.
Yeah, that sucks. Like as a fighter, having it moved.
Imagine how much money you have to spend.
Oh, I'm sure it has to be something with like the Chinese, like the government or something.
Of course.
And like the thing is, like when you're fighting at a show in China or Chinese shows or like that, you don't know if the fight's gonna be on until you're actually like in the cage.
Yeah, fair one.
It's been like events been called off like 10 minutes before it's supposed to start. Like middle of the show, they've been called off. Like you don't know until you like fight is actually on.
That'd be so frustrating to get to a fight. One time I was supposed to corner someone in one, and the same thing happened. Like it wasn't anything to do with the promotion. It was because of I can't remember exactly what it was. I think it was supposed to be in Hong Kong, and then it got moved somewhere else or something like that. It was like 4 years ago, but it was pretty frustrating as well.
For sure, man. Fuck. It's kind of fucked up, man. Like
they might have to wear rash guards.
Yeah. Yeah. And then the other guys don't have to wear it.
The heavyweights.
Yeah. Because they have to look scary.
Yeah, but nobody wants to see the shit. Heavyweights should wear rash guard. It's disgusting.
They should wear like full on gowns out there.
Just kidding.
Gis. They should be wearing all gis.
Gis. Right. What was that guy's name? I was just thinking about at Road FC when they made him wear rash guards, where the lighter guys and then all the heavyweights came out. Hey, what was old mate that fought Mighty Mo that just came out and took him down right away?
Oh yeah. Gilbert Ivel.
Yeah. Bro, I remember sitting in the stands. We were all pumped. We were like, "Yeah, this is gonna be great." It's like a great kickboxing fight of like two like legends and stuff. And old mate came out, threw a couple punches, and took him right down, and then just armbarred him. We were all sitting there like, "What?"
Did you watch the interview I did with him?
Yeah,
I watched it actually. Yeah.
Did you hear what he said? He didn't even train for that fight.
That's so great, bro.
Because he has some kind of like hip injury.
That's so funny.
Yeah, but he's old. How old is he?
Fucked up Mighty Mo's arm, man.
Yeah.
He fucked his ass up.
Bruno said afterwards, like Mighty Mo was so mad because he was in the hospital with Bruno when he broke his hand. He just kept going, "Fuck, that dude took me down. I should have been training jiu-jitsu." Like, he was so mad at himself.
That's funny, man. Like,
I thought, like, I was excited because, like, I saw Mighty Mo fight before, obviously, when he beat that big Korean guy. And I was, like, thinking, man, like, he's going to knock his head off. And then old mate just shot in. And it was just, like, you know, it was over pretty quickly. But we were literally, like, I remember there was, like, 5 of us sat there and we were like, oh, this is going to be great. He's going to, like, you know, they're going to just kind of throw down. It's just going to be, like, a mean fight of just kickboxing. And then he was just like, whoop, and that was it.
Yeah, but you know what? I remember like Yvel knocking out the ref, and that was in Finland. I think it was like 2007 or something like that. I think I just like, maybe I even started MMA. I remember like knocking out the ref.
I remember you telling me he was like a psycho, right?
Yeah, he had some like he had a lot of like incidents, you know, in the past where he would just lose it and shit.
Yeah, definitely.
That's crazy.
And this was like the ref was trying like they were fighting in a ring, so they had to like be reset like back in the middle, and you get reset like in the same position, but Gilbert just like refuses to go down in the same position. He just like wants to start standing because he was losing on the bottom, and then like they just like trying to reset them all the time, and eventually like the eldest guy flipped and he just like. Yeah,
bro, that's so funny.
Yeah, but you know, talking with him like during the interview, it seems like he's changed a little bit. He seems different. I don't know.
He's probably older and wiser and just like hadn't fought in ages, and he's not training. And
this is still like 10 years ago, 12 years ago, something like that. So it's like, yeah, people are young and they're dumb and they do these mistakes and a little bit hot-headed. You know, it's.
The MMA community never forgets, man. Never forgets.
Yeah, that's a good point, bro. That's for sure.
They hate everybody.
And if they do, it's always that one nerd that fucking come in and remind everyone what you did.
Like Ariel Helwani?
No. I don't know.
Bro, stop hating on Ariel.
Yeah.
I'm happy for Ariel now that he's got his new job. Is he still doing the MMA hour?
No, Luke Thomas is doing the MMA hour now.
Yeah, no one even heard of him. We want Ariel back.
Ariel's at ESPN getting toasted by Chael Sonnen. That's what's gonna be happening.
I need to watch that, but hey, I feel like we should reach out to Ariel, bro, and like you guys should have a
what? Like, I have no reason to talk to him. Like I don't hate on Ariel, man. It's just like whatever, man. You're a bitch. Like you cry on
TV. Why are you so aggro?
You cry on TV, man. Like, come on, it wasn't that serious.
You need to pass the peace pipe, right?
You know, like that's the only part that like kind of rubbed me the wrong way. You know, like the other stuff that he does, it's just like, you know, you're doing your thing, but then you get paid by the UFC, and then when the UFC fires your ass, you want to cry. Come on, man.
Yeah, that was like a bitch move he did too.
It's like him trying to get attention. He did basically he did like a Dennis Rodman. You see Dennis Rodman on the interview?
I couldn't go home. I couldn't go home. Yeah, he was
that shit was like, what the fuck? I was like, what the fuck is going on with Dennis Rodman, man? Like, he pulled the aerial. That's what I call it now.
Maybe. Oh, I don't think I can say that one. Yeah.
But
Like-
yeah, Dennis Rodman's crazy, man. Like, like he did some shit for that's what's crazy about Dennis Rodman. He did some shit for North Korea, but then him coming on interviews and like crying and doing these things, it's like, man, is he that emotional or what's wrong with him? Is something wrong with him? Like, fuck, man, it's a weird world, man. Like, man, I don't understand what's fucking going on.
That's your like alleged for going like to North Korea and like being homie with a good old Kim.
And he doesn't even say Kim Jong-un's name right. Like during the interview, he's saying some other name and shit. Like I was like, what?
Maybe it's we who are not saying it right. What do you know?
Motherfucker out Korea this shit. What the fuck you talking about?
It's not like you're Kim's.
Yeah, but you're not North Korean. You're South Korean.
Man, I've heard enough North Koreans speak to know like how to pronounce the names and shit.
Hey, can you guys go there now?
Nah, come on, man.
But
They ain't gonna let no one go in that motherfucker, and they ain't gonna let no one out that motherfucker either.
But isn't like Malaysians allowed to go there visa free?
Something like that. Yeah, one of the countries they're allowed to just fly in there and just kill.
I don't know.
I mean, are you like booking a GOTA before you get there?
No,
No, it's not like that. But you know,
but you can book a tour.
Yeah, but do they have like nice 5-star hotels?
Yeah, of course it is. North Korea, they got everything.
When the Americans went over there, they were staying in those hotels.
This is interesting. I feel like there should be like a North Korean promotion that comes about.
It's gonna come. And
I was wondering like who would be the MMA fighter that enters North Korean territory for the first time.
100% John Knott will be there. 100% sure he would be there.
He would be doing the eat, pray, fight.
Yeah.
In North Korea.
In North Korea. Hey, didn't see you there.
North Korea, you should go there. Pyongyang, we're in Pyongyang right now. Where are you at? You should go there. Yeah, that shit would be funny, man. John Nutt would be there. That would be if he could do FMD in North Korea.
Do you think that they have any type of MMA training there?
No.
Do you think they have BJJ in North Korea?
No.
100% they do.
Is
no,
there
they do.
badass?
Because I know a North Korean Jiu-Jitsu black belt.
Really?
Yeah. The champ.
Oh.
The Czech got the North Korean Jiu-Jitsu black belt, so you know he's the only one.
NKBJJ.
NKBJJ. No, it's not even NKBJJ. It's NKJJ. There's no Brazilian in there. And you know, did you hear about Japanese Jiu-Jitsu? Like I was talking to Ensign anyway a couple days ago, and I asked him about Japanese Jiu-Jitsu, and he's telling me like he's been living in Japan for almost 30 years, and he's never been to a Japanese Jiu-Jitsu gym.
I didn't listen to that.
I know, but it hasn't come out yet. But the thing is, he was talking about that shit. He's all like, man, it's like Japanese Jiu-Jitsu is like pretty much gone. Like it doesn't really exist in Japan.
Really?
Yeah, it's a trip.
That's kind of sad, actually.
So they're doing that other now, the Brazilian Jiu-Jitsu?
Yeah, grappling. Catch wrestling.
That sounds good. Catch wrestling sounds good.
And pro wrestling. All right, let's shut that shit down. Let me get over the sponsors.
Kamsami.shibaseki.com.
Yes. Shibaseki.com.
Hey, did you see my IG story today?
Huh?
Did you see my Instagram story?
Oh yeah, that's right.
I just was feeling it, and I saw it, and I put it up, and I was expecting to get a little something from you, but
yeah, I saw something. I saw it for a second, like not too long ago. I was just laughing.
I won't delete it off my phone. That's my go-to to bridge the gap of language between myself and my fellow Koreans.
You know what I wonder? I wonder is like the people that don't know Korean that see that, they're probably wondering like, what the fuck is going on in that car?
It's so great. Shiba head, I hit him head.
Why is that dude putting his foot on the guy, slapping the guy in the, in the head with his foot? Like, why is that happening?
It's so funny.
But all right, well, let's shut this shit down. Glenn is always good. I feel like Glenn is just a part of this now.
I'm not a part
I feel
of
like
it.
he is.
He's just like he's like our guy now. Like he just comes and he just says shit about everything.
He doesn't give a shit. He's not political like me.
Yes. George is like the Barack Obama of MMA.
No, I still hold back a lot. Like I could be worse, but still like I got shit to do, so I need to like hold back a little bit. Be nice. We're gonna have some. The day I retire, I'm just gonna let it all out. Just one night. Just like go live for 6 hours.
Just one night on Kumite Radio, I'm gonna let it all out.
Get some Colombian coffee.
Oh, you're gonna get some white caffeine coffee? White caffeine coffee?
Oh, where could I get that from?
Oh, whitecaffeine.net.
Oh yeah.
Or you could, if you are in Bogota, Colombia, you can visit one of their 5,000 establishments.
But if you don't want to
on any street corner,
if you want to get like from a good old American roastery, you go to 7seas.com. Thank you.
Yeah, I've been seeing 7 Seas for some reason at a bunch of places. Like, I don't know where, but I've just seen it.
You have?
Yeah, like on the internet.
Oh, yeah, that's good. It's probably me passing on a shirt.
I was gonna say that.
I think I saw somebody running a marathon wearing that shit or something.
Yeah, wasn't me running a marathon. I'll tell you that.
Oh, you guys are both wearing 7 Seas shirts, huh?
Yeah, but mine. What does yours have?
I have some good.
Oh yeah, mine has a teddy bear on the back.
I can't turn that much.
Can you see it, John?
Yeah.
Yeah, it has a teddy bear on the back.
That's the official logo.
The official logo.
Teddy Bear Enterprises CEO.
You need to make like a teddy bear drink or something.
I have one for you. Just come over.
Or you gotta hook up with like a CBD company. It seems like nowadays everybody's hooking up with a CBD sponsor.
Yeah, but
what?
because people think it's so cool.
Would you get a CBD sponsor?
No. Why? We're gonna do anything for me. Not until science says that it's good.
Hasn't it already said that?
I don't know.
No.
Ask Johnny Betts.
Yeah, Johnny Betts gonna agree with me, 100%.
He's actually
the man.
Johnny Betts only works on science and facts. So
well, that's good. That's good. That's always good to have a person like that.
Oh yeah, for sure. But I told Johnny today I want to be more like him. I want to run to confrontation, not run from it.
But you run to competition almost every fucking weekend. What the fuck are you talking about?
Confrontation.
Oh, confrontation.
Yes.
Oh, okay. But when I met him, he seemed like a pretty chill ass dude, though.
Yeah, Johnny's chill as can be, but Johnny likes a good argument, and that's what I love about him, because I love being the asshole that instigates the argument. We'll be like, oh, Johnny, did you see so-and-so said this? Oh, here, what did he say? And then he like, gets into it.
You're like the accelerated pedal?
Yeah, man. Oh, did you see so-and-so taking an ice bath? Oh, it doesn't work.
Oh, what about cryo chambers?
No, probably doesn't work, man.
Well, I heard that ice baths actually work, and cryo chambers is it's just a very expensive way of doing an ice bath.
Yeah, with the ice bath too, it's like all the science that's been done on them has been done like when they've been standing, and they were talking about the pressure in them and a lot like that. But it's not like, especially with ice baths, it's not just like the scientific fact about that it works. It also like it makes you feel like if you take one way you end the week, you feel like, oh, like an off switch, that week is done. And that's like,
hey, if it's the placebo effect, then you feel great. By all means, do it.
No, but people are doing that cryo like 3 times a week and shit like that.
Yeah, I know. But my thing is, like, if the NFL's doing it, this can't be bad for you. Because they had like the
What the
most.
fuck are you talking about? NFL people are fucking shooting themselves in the head.
No, I mean like the doctors and stuff, bro. They got like the best like physios and the best this and the best that. But
They do. They do have the best everything. The NFL.
then when I said that to Johnny, he was just like, well, he was like, yeah, but they have the best athletes. Those guys would be a freak with or without all that stuff. So you can't judge it by that. And was like, went into it.
Well, they also have the best steroids too.
Yeah, probably. It's all screwed. Whatever makes you feel good. That.
Yeah, man. If you want to take TRT, take that shit. You know, man, I should probably take it for my fight.
Yeah, you need.
You know they're not gonna test me, so I might as well just get juiced on the TRT and come out as a lightweight,
Bro.
and train.
Somebody's gonna hear it, and then you're gonna win, and they're gonna be like, "That guy was juicing,"
and I'll be like, "I don't give a fuck. It's my only fight."
Oh, that's why I love you, John. I wish I could be like that.
But like, I don't give a fuck. It's like it was my only fight, man. So fuck it. But now this is on like internets, so if I do fight and if I win, they could go back and find this, and they could be like, "That fucker was juicing," so now I can't look all buff.
Even if
I can't do the Vitor.
Somebody will come up and be like, "Oh, I heard this podcast with the guy. Like, he did this. He was thinking about doing that. He definitely did it."
Okay, let's just say that I I actually follow through with the documentary and I go train for a few months and I take a pro fight and I fight and then I fucking brutally knock the dude out.
No, he said.
They could always come back and be like, "That dude was on. He did the Vitor."
No.
Why? Why no?
If you're gonna be a dude, you're gonna be like the Vitor in the last fight.
Bro, John has trained extensively. Not only is he a blue belt, but he's trained extensively in North Korean Krav Maga.
And North Korean jiu-jitsu.
I bet that could be bad. That just sounds badass.
North Korean jiu-jitsu, you know what it is, right? It's Brazilian jiu-jitsu with knives. You know that, right? It's like it's to the death. Like you get somebody in a triangle, you pull out the knife and stab them in the eyes and shit like that. That's what North Korean jiu-jitsu is.
Yeah, but that sounds like jiu-jitsu that would actually work.
That's what I'm saying. You agree?
I do agree with you, but you bragging about being a blue belt in BJJ, that's probably like saying, well, I'm
not
good at
bragging about it. George keeps bringing that shit up like it's some kind of fucking, like
I'm good at soccer, so
I feel like that's legit. Like you can fight because of that.
yeah, somebody on the street that's like out of shape and 50 years old.
Not be the hater. I've done 2 combat sambo classes this week. So yeah,
That's his new thing now. I'm not BJJ. I'm combat sambo.
always been combat sambo. You know that.
Combat sambo is pretty fucking bad ass shit though.
It is
Can't
legit.
Yeah.
But yeah, man, like I might have to do the Vitor and just come out, and that would be part of the documentary too. It'd be like Icarus.
Yeah.
Like I come out juiced to the tits, like really I'd have tits and shit, you know. And then I had a big ass because I'll be fucking just everything will be plump, and just come out and train. And Glenn would be my main training partner, so he'd just beat my ass like for a few months, so I just get tough, so I could take a beating, just in case. Just in case, like I have to take a beating, like I'm used to it, because he'd be beating my ass for 2 months, and he would enjoy it. He would be a good aspect of the documentary too, like him just sitting down every day, just interviewing him, and he's just like, "What's wrong with this motherfucker?"
No, I would send you home after like, or you would ask to be sent home after like tweet. I'll give you 4 days.
You see, that would be part of the documentary. You'd be like saying like, "I'm gonna send this motherfucker home in 4 days. Just watch what happens."
You would ask, "Hey Glenn, can you send me home?" Would be like, yeah.
See, that would be part of the document. See, if we invest money into it, I can't quit. no matter how much I want to quit, I can't because I have obligations to complete.
Those obligations they would just like disappear. You would feel like you can't live up to those obligations.
I'll just like fade into the jungles.
Just fade into a little bitch.
Hey, you ever seen that meme of Homer like backing into the bushes?
No.
You never seen that meme where Homer like backs into the bushes and he disappears?
No, I haven't, but it sounds interesting, and I will.
Yeah, that would be me. Like, I like back into the bushes.
Yeah, I know we done on it.
But yeah, man. Anyways, well, if it does happen, Glenn will definitely be part of the documentary some way, somehow. I would love for him to do it would be the best if he did the commentary on the documentary. Like, he's the Morgan Freeman of the documentary.
Monotone voice. Oh, and his monotone voice, that would be great.
Yeah, just like, look at this yellow ass motherfucker. Day one.
Cheap ass knockoff of Borat.
Anyways, all right, let's shut this shit down. We shouted out 7C's roasting and Glenn Sparv, teddybear.com, and what else? Island Poke Bowl. When are you gonna get the shirts made for that?
I don't know, mate. We're just going with some Hawaiian stuff right now.
All right. Other than that, we out.
She looks like it.